Bye, Christine. Good luck.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Why did you and Dad break up?
We just weren't in love anymore. You know, that happens sometimes. But we'll still hang out sometimes. We just weren't in love.
Sex.
Oh, well, it doesn't always fix everything, my love, but thank you. What a good idea.
Not unlike all my children, imposing your view on the rest of us.
Hey everyone, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a wonderful day. It is Monday, November 21st, 2022. This has been a wild season for Sister Wives, and the episode that aired last night, which was the worst goodbye, was a goodbye to Christine after she has decided to leave Cody and move to Utah. And the event was put together by McKelty after McKelty decided that her mom needed to say goodbye to people. Unfortunately, the interaction at this event was incredibly awkward and it made Christine incredibly uncomfortable, and it was clear that people did not want to be there. But what was most surprising to me was the ire and the anger of the kids, of Robyn and Cody's kids towards Christine. And it had me thinking, what the heck are they saying to her? What are they saying to Ari? What are they saying to Aurora? What are they saying to Brianna? What are they saying and why are they so angry? So it had me thinking about some other incidences that have happened, and I just want to address this part of the episode in this video because I would normally start at the beginning, but oh my gosh, you guys, this part had me as a mom just like shook. So let's dive into this topic. Before we do, please could you do me a favor and give this video a thumbs up. Also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Make sure that you turn on your notifications if you have not yet turned on your notifications, and leave some comments if you have something to say. We recently just hit 288,000 subscribers, which is amazing. 12,000 from our goal of 300,000 by the end of the year. So make sure you help me reach there 300,000 soon. Okay, so let's talk about this. So this whole situation sort of comes to play because McKelty sits down with her dad and her stepmom, Robyn, to talk about and see each other because McKelty and Tony are in town to help Christine pack up and move. Tony is, I don't know, kind of trolling and sarcastic because McKelty's acting like they're super close to Robyn. And Tony is like, yeah, she was so accepting because she said, oh, you're not a polygamist, I'll still love you anyway.
She was the first one to really accept our relationship, and
if not the only. At the beginning.
Yeah, at the beginning, she was the only
I
one.
know. Oh, you're not polygamist? I'll still love you.
You can tell that Tony doesn't have the same feelings about Robyn and of Cody that McKelty does. While sitting down, you know, Robyn's just trying to like have an easy conversation with McKelty, and Cody can't stop himself from making it all about himself, trying to pull McKelty into the middle and trying to make her pick a side. Even though he says, you don't have to pick a side, he's making her feel like that. Or at least that's how it sounds to me. And to the extent that she was asked by the producers, do you think your dad was trying to make you pick a side? And she said, no, I don't think that he made me pick a side, even though that seems like what he was doing. And Cody even admitted he was so angry about the situation because he has lost control that he wants to throw things.
I'm going through that. Oh, I just want to blame. I'm angry. I want to break something.
Like, I get it. I have been mad. I have wanted to throw things. Heck, I have thrown things. I mean, we've all had our places. But when you're talking to your child about your ex-wife and you're sitting there and that child that's your daughter's mother, and you're saying, I'm so angry, I want to throw things. Now, he didn't say that to her, but it was palpable how angry Cody was, how frustrated he was. When Robyn was trying to make it about just like all of them being sort of together and not being influenced by one another, Cody kept trying to bring it back to himself. Like, everyone hates me. Everyone doesn't like me. This divorce is affecting my relationships. And Mykelti and Tony were clearly not buying that. Like, Mykelti at one point seemed to roll her eyes at her dad when he said that all of the relationships were being affected by this divorce. And he's probing them about, why, like, when did you know? How long have you known? What did she tell you? I mean, he's literally playing the blame game to the extent that he knows he's doing it. He says he's ashamed for doing it, and he just wants to talk SHIT about Christine to his daughter, but he says he can't do that, so he's fighting the urge, but then he is actually doing it in a roundabout.
I just sort of I've always wondered if I was like the last to know.
Dad, you're gonna be the last to know. In any
Yeah,
relationship,
see?
no. If somebody dislikes you, you're the last to know.
I
That's
don't know
how it
what
works
you're
a lot.
talking about.
Tony would probably be the last to know if I was, leaving him.
In a roundabout way. And he's making the situation really uncomfortable for them. And then Mykelti's all like, well, she doesn't really say anything. And Dad, you would always be the last to know. And she's trying to say Tony would be the last to know if I decided to leave or whatever, And poor Mykelti is just trying to stay neutral, and Cody just is not allowing it, right? He's so mad. Now, in this situation, I want to remind you, there's no social distancing. All of the kids, Solomon goes and runs up on Mykelti and gives her a hug. Ari comes over and says hi to the baby, touches the baby. Mykelti and Tony are sitting, no face masks, at the table with Robyn and Cody. There's no adherence to COVID protocols, okay? That matter is coming up. So after this ridiculously tense exchange and this awkward conversation with Mykelti and Tony and Cody and Robyn, then Mykelti and Tony go over to Christine's house. Now listen, I think that Mykelti has the best intentions, but I also feel like she was being a middleman, a middlewoman. I think she was instigating an awkward interaction that neither party was prepared to have. And I believe that it was Mykelti's selfishness that created and fostered this entire outburst or this entire event. She couldn't control what the kids did, but she admitted that she only wanted them to go over to Christine's house to say goodbye for herself, like selfishly for herself. She said, oh, my mom needs it. My dad needs it. They'll regret it if they don't have it. Christine did not want it. Christine had already said goodbye. Cody had already screamed and yelled at Christine and screamed and got volatile and got angry and he had a violent outburst towards her. Christine did not want to see him, and I don't blame her. Christine had also told Robyn that she didn't really want to, she needed space from a relationship with her while she moved on. She said it didn't have to be that way forever, but she needed space for the meantime. Robyn took that extremely personal, and I think Robyn believed and went home to her kids and said, Christine hates you, or else something like that. Christine doesn't want to have a relationship with you. And I think this might have upset the kids. Because remember, last year when they had the holidays, Robyn went over to home and she said to the kids, Christine's not going to have the holidays with you, and Janelle isn't either. And they just don't want us. Like, she made the kids feel like they were being ostracized, and the kids were crying and they were upset. Like, why wouldn't they want to be with us? Acting like they were being like victimized, when the truth is that Christine was going to Utah to see her older kids. So I had in my head playing that Robyn had done this last year to her kids when Christine had said something that she didn't like. I was imagining Robyn going home after this conversation saying to her kids, Christine hates you and doesn't want to have any relationship with you, and she's leaving the family. Because the way that the kids walked into this conversation at the end of the episode, they were so angry and hostile. You could cut a knife, literally. That's how thick it was. Like, the air was thick, it was raining, but that's how tense it was. So Mykelti comes up with this idea that they're all gonna go over and say goodbye to Christine that evening. Christine is in her house. She's actually like upstairs in her bedroom, and she's incredibly triggered, doesn't want to go upstairs. But again, Mykelti's pushing her to go upstairs and say like goodbye to her house, even though she's gonna be in the house again. And Christine says that going upstairs is very hard for her because a lot of really difficult things happened between her and Cody, and she's just ready to move on. You can tell that Christine is visibly upset about the entire situation. and she just wants out of that space. She's like shaking while she's holding the baby.
I don't know. It's a little scary, to be
But you're
honest.
super excited for your new adventure?
Yes, very excited for my new adventure. Sorry, it's hard to be up here. It's hard to be in this room and in this space a little bit for me.
I actually felt bad because I don't know if McKelty's the one that's instigating this or if this is the producers using McKelty to instigate it, but it ends up making McKelty look really insensitive to her mom because she's making her mom do things that her mom doesn't want to do. And it's upsetting her mom. Now, I don't know if McKelty had any idea about the outburst that her dad had done to her mom. I'm not sure if Christine even told her, but knowing what her dad had done and knowing how her dad was acting towards Christine, even when she was talking to him, I'm not sure why McKelty thought that this would be a good idea. She thinks that it's about not assigning blame and that they can all still be a family, even if the breakup happens. Kody likens it to, bless her heart, she just wants to feel like the whole family is still together. And it's probably just rose-colored glasses, a lot like Christine, but it's also just really sad because even McKelty looks really tense because the way that Kody comes into the situation, he's already agitated, he looks mad, all the kids look angry, Robyn looks upset, they don't look like they want to be there at all.
It's raining. I'm leaving in 5 minutes. Hi, everybody.
Gosh, that was terrifying.
We're outside right now.
Oh, nice. In the backyard?
Yes, let's go.
Way off course for me, way off the charts. It's not even right. It feels so demeaning.
At all. Cody's like huffing and puffing. He's like, I'm leaving in 5 minutes. It's raining outside. I'm not going inside because of COVID. You need to come out here. I mean, he's yelling at the window, like, get out here. They go outside. They're like, Robyn and Kody are on one side with their kids. Christine's on one side with Truly. I think Gwendolyn might have been there. And then Gabriel and Janelle. Savannah wasn't there. And obviously Isabel was out of town. So, and I don't know where Garrison was. Garrison earlier in the day was with them, helping them move. Maybe he just didn't show up for the goodbye because he's helping them move the next day. I don't know. But while all of this is playing out, McKelty does this like speech about how, you know, everything's, you know, they don't have to break up. There's no one to blame. There's nothing wrong here. Like, it's just sometimes these things happen. She just wanted everyone to have a nice, like, neutral opportunity to say goodbye with no hard feelings so that they had this memory in their heads, right? Janelle looked really emotional and really sad. Gabriel was sad, but he understood why Christine was leaving. And then it just gets really awkward. So after Janelle, after McKelty's like, there's no one to blame, Robyn says, good luck, Christine, goodbye. And then suddenly Ariella comes in and she's like, why did you and Dad break up?
Bye, Christine. Good luck.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Why did you and Dad break up?
We just weren't in love anymore. You know, that happens sometimes. But we'll still hang out sometimes. We just weren't in love.
Dates.
Oh, well, it doesn't always fix everything, my love, but thank you. What a good idea.
Not unlike all my children, imposing your view on the rest of us.
That's okay.
And then Christine's like, because we just weren't in love anymore, that sometimes that happens. And then you can see Ariella's face and it's just like, she looks really angry, like fumes coming out of her face. She's like almost growling. And she's like, have dates. And then Christine's like, oh, honey, that's a nice option, but that doesn't always work sometimes. And she keeps saying, like, have dates, have dates. And the adults, you know, Cody's like, oh, leave it to one of my children to have an opinion. And, you know, Janelle's like, oh, it's good that they have strong opinions. The world will spit them up and chew them out. And Christine is like, I don't know what, it was really awkward. I don't know why she was so mad at me. And it could be, again, that the kids are mad because Robyn might have gone home and said, listen, Christine said that she doesn't want to have a relationship with you. So not only is she leaving me and your dad, she's leaving you and she doesn't want to see you again. So maybe Robyn's made the kids feel rejected. And Christine did say that she felt bad that if that's the way that it was taken, that's how it was. But that's not how I took it at all, because Christine said nothing about Robyn's kids and she never said she wasn't going to have a relationship. She just said she needed space. And she didn't really have relationships with Robyn's kids anyway. So it's very awkward, right? But Robyn's making them feel rejected, or Kody. But then I thought, What are they saying to Ariella and Solomon at home that is literally making them lash out in such a way at Christine to ask the question and then scream at her to have dates? She had to have heard that somewhere. Like, that was the answer. Well, you just didn't, like, is Robyn saying she didn't have enough dates? Is Kody saying that? And why is Ariella so angry? Not to mention Aurora and Brianna say nothing the whole time and they look angry. Mad. Solomon doesn't say anything either. They all just look mad. There's this other really awkward interaction between Truely and Kody that was super upsetting because Kody tries to get Truely to tell him that she's upset about leaving, and she won't say that. She's like, "Are you okay with leaving?" And she's like, "Yeah, it's fine." And he's like, "But you're not gonna smile." Like, he's trying to like get her to say she's upset when she's not upset, which is really disturbing.
Truly, hey, are you okay that you're moving tomorrow?
Yeah.
Are you excited?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
In my state of bitterness, I'm trying to box Christine in. I think she's doing something wrong.
You sure? Where's your smile? No smiles about it, huh? Sorry. All right. Well,
And she's like, "No, it's fine." And she won't smile for her dad, but then when he's not looking, she smiles. She looks super uncomfortable around her dad, and fans did not like that interaction. They felt like Kody was like inserting his anger again onto Truly, and Truly just wasn't having any of it. Like, you're upset. I know you're upset. Like, that's how it felt. And Truly was just like, whatever, dad. So that's all, like, that happens. And then after Ariella starts screaming and yelling, right? Then Kody's like, "All right, well, I'm going to go say goodbye to Truly." And he will not let anyone else touch Truly. No one else can say goodbye to Truly. So he had no social distance rules at all for when McKelty and Tony were there. But when it came to Truly, no one could touch her. No one could hug her goodbye. No one could say anything to her but him. And then while he's hugging her, she mouths something, and I don't know what it was. If she's saying help, if she's saying okay. She looked so uncomfortable when her dad was hugging her. And he's like, "We have FaceTime, you know, and we can talk." And she's like, okay. Truly looks scared of her dad. Like, literally
all
scared
right.
of
We'll
him.
see you, sweetheart. I love you. I love you. Have a good trip, okay? All right. Your phone has video chat, and you and I can video chat.
Scared of him.
Okay?
And knowing how much he doesn't like Christine, I wonder how he treats Truly when cameras are off. That's what concerned me. So Robyn and the kids have to say goodbye to her from far away, right? And Christine is like, I don't know why they're upset. I feel sad that they're upset. And then Robyn's like, they weren't angry. Children are innocent in this. They're just, it's devastating to lose family. And I'm thinking that, no, the kids were angry. They definitely were angry. And I understand if they're angry, but what are you saying about Christine that has them so mad? Christine isn't saying anything negative about Robyn to the kids. She's not saying anything negative about her dad to Truly. She's being very like this, like trying to be as neutral as possible. She won't even really say anything super negative about Kody to Janelle. She just wants to move on. So as they're finally like wrapping everything up and they're leaving, the saddest part is Janelle and Christine just fall like a puddle of mud into each other's arms and start falling.
Thank you.
New chapters.
Okay.
And it's heart-wrenching. Kody wants to try to say that the two of them have never liked each other and that, you know, they've always talked so negatively about each other, but I actually disagree. Watching them say goodbye to each other was heart-wrenching, and it was, to me, sort of a testimony of this is how far they've come. This is where they've gone. This is where they're going. They've been able to come to a place where they've put all those differences aside and recognize the value that they have for one another and how much they love each other. And it was like, that was the moment where I was like, this is the part. This is the family that Christine is sad about leaving. Janelle, this is also her losing her best friend. So that's how it ends, and it's super sad. And Truly's crying, Janelle's crying, Christine's crying, and Christine just said that was the worst goodbye, and I didn't need that. So note to McKelty, her mom didn't need that. And what the hell are Robyn and Kody saying to their kids? Tell me in the comments below. Bye, guys.